Because it's so windy here, we got the hoop coop, and we had some straight line winds this winter and everything else, and of course it went and got cold on us again. So we had thrown this tarp up here, and we kind of have it just over the end of it to kind of keep the air directly off from. They still can get some air in there to keep them so they're not getting too much moisture build up in there, but keeps them so they're not so cold either. And seeing as we finished this coop right before the snow started flying, we're not exactly done. So we needed to have as much heat as we could. Here's all my furry friends. There's our one lone cockerel that we have left. Hi, Barney. How you liking being the only man on the totem pole now? I wasn't able to do this before because trying to watch your back in two different directions was difficult. So I'm going to attempt to do this tonight so that everybody can see them go absolutely ape over all their fruits and vegetables. They do have steak in there tonight and chicken. So they will go nuts because they love their protein. Hi guys. Stay there. They get at least probably around a bucket, if not a small bowl, every night of fruits and vegetables. They've had a beef heart when it got down into the negative 20s. They absolutely devour it. They've had a whole chicken carcass in here, and as you can see, there is not a smidge of a chicken carcass left in here. They lick that thing clean and then some. Barney's enjoying himself some cucumber peels. A lot calmer tonight than what we've had in the past. I do throw stuff in here that I know they're not going to eat, that like you can see every so often, some orange peels in there and everything else. They aren't going to eat it, but it will go back down in. We threw the hay on here to help kind of give us some more. Oh, now he's going to do some dancing because he doesn't like that I'm not just doing my job and getting done and getting out of here. So he's going to try to get me moving. Anyways, I do throw stuff in here that I know they're not going to eat. They're smart enough that they don't go after it. They leave it. The orange peels will break down. Worms will come in. They'll help break it down further once spring is here officially, finally, hopefully. We'll have someday see warm weather again. And then they'll have the worms to eat. So just circle of life here. And if the mice that every so often we see scurrying along the edge of here happen to make it in, they have not made it out. We have seen them go after mice and kill them. They were, God forbid, in our house the last several years, and we have thankfully eradicated them from that. But now we have the chickens out here, and I hear that everybody ends up with mice because of chickens, so we're dealing with that. Bernie's eating himself some steak. So we deal. The mice won't be so happy once the run's done because they have been making this area in between the hoop coop and the garden bed their freeway. And that will no longer be a freeway because that'll be part of the run. All right, guys, one more. I had an acorn squash that was starting to go, so cut that in half. That took up a lot of that bucket. All right, now, if we haven't ticked off Barney, Try to keep my eye on him. They still have quite a bit of feed left in both buckets from yesterday, so giving them less today isn't going to be a hardship on them because they still have stuff left over. Oh, she found herself some pork fat that was also in there from last night's supper time, so she's going to have herself some pork fat. Oh, and there it goes. Just like that, it's gone. Well, over the winter was able to leave the door open here and they weren't getting out, but once it got warm, they tried to start using that to get out, so just have to keep our eyes on them, make sure that they don't try to get out. I think the tarp there kind of scares them too, so they know this has some of their mealworms in it, so they like that. Alright, and we had to switch over to a heated water bowl this winter, so I tried to continue doing my mash because I usually do a layer mash, but even with the heated water bowl, it was freezing at the top. So alright, I'm going to let you guys go because I'm not going to be able to pour the water and keep on talking to you. Have a good day.